You guys ever brap so hard you lose a kickstand? Swear to God, money, 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 money. What's up, guys? Max here. Let's start with some updates. So I sold the WR250 to Fry Riding John, so that's his bike now. So from here on out, when you see it on the internet, it won't be me riding it. He just, after Supermoto Sunday, he was like, fuck it, it's mine. And so I sold it to him. Which means that right now in the garage, I got this bad boy, which, if you watch the Supermoto Sunday or Supermoto Saturday video, I actually blew out this crankcase seal, but the video for that is getting uploaded, and I took care of a few other little things on this bike. And so this bad boy is ready to rock and roll again. I still got the WR2 stroke. I got the Raptor in the garage. And I don't know if I mentioned this the last vlog. I picked up a 2001 R1 and it's just driving me nuts. The first night I cleaned out the carbs, rebuilt everything. It fired right up. And then the next night I fired it up again and it blew oil out of the oil filter all over the place. So I'm wondering if maybe the head gasket went or something. So it might have been a whole lot of work for nothing, and I didn't buy it that well in the first place. So I might have to look into basically just getting rid of it best way that I can. If I can't figure out how to fix it, or if it's not cost effective to fix. So one of the reasons that the Supermoto Saturday video was set to music, and hopefully the audio on this video is okay, because I'm actually running a microphone back to the GoPro like I was originally, but on the new helmet with the Senna. Because what happened was I spent a bunch of money and bought the Senna specific GoPro backpack, and it turned out to be a piece of shit. Like, it was entirely worthless. And it didn't record anything from the conversations, and so I had no audio, so I just set everything to music. So I sent that back to Amazon. I was like, fuck it. So what I did instead was I used the second Senna mic that comes with like a little glue-on micro mic, and I got that wired in with a 2.5 to 3.5 adapter plugged in straight into the GoPro. So hopefully this audio is okay. So I spent all of this morning fucking playing Farmer John instead of being out at Hidden Falls with the boys. Because, like, I mean, my lawn was falling apart from all the dogs running on it, so I had to mow and seed and fertilize and all kinds of shit. And you know, it's weird because a lot of people I talk to, they're like, you know, why do you have so much of a problem with this? Like, you're such a handy guy. You get, like, all this stuff done. And it's like, yeah, but, like, this kind of stuff, I know it. Whoa, is that a vulture? Hello, vulture! Fly away! I get a lot of handy stuff done because I'm a handy guy, but that doesn't mean I know dick about horticulture. Like, I don't know anything about growing grass. Like, why would I know something about growing grass? Like, nothing motorcycle related relates to growing grass. Just at all. That's not your side of the road. So the other kind of lol thing, other than me playing Farmer John, is, so last night we had that group chat. I don't know if it got posted to YouTube or if it was just a live event on YouTube or how that works. There we go. But so we were just chatting, and I have the computer in the garage, so I'm just chatting with the guys, and we're talking about vlogging, and we're talking about some other stuff, and I'm messing with the R1, and all of a sudden I sprayed a little too much starter fluid, I guess, and that motherfucker backfired, and it sounded like a gunshot had gone off, and everybody on the chat was freaking out for a second, and I was like, ah, it's cool, just a little backfire. But apparently my neighbors were terrified, and there's some woman on my street that just like doesn't like me, I guess doesn't like power sports. Apparently she's like a water Nazi too, so like if you water your lawn when it's not your week or whatever, she's gonna freak out at you. But so she called the police. So two like Tahoes full of cops show up, and they they come in. To give them credit, Pflugerville PD is professional as shit. Like, they didn't come in like fucking SWAT team or something, but they were obviously on edge. So these two cops walk into my garage because the door is open. I'm just wrenching. And I'm like, can I help you guys? And they're like, did you discharge a firearm in here? And I was like, most certainly not. Do you smell any cordite? I mean, do you see any firearms? And they're like, well, we got a report of a firearm discharge at this address. And I was like, well, my bike backfired, but that was about it. And they were like, oh, sorry. And now this is like the third time cops have shown up for either riding the quad or when I took photos of that 4Runner. Apparently you're not allowed to pull up on the curb to take photographs. And that woman, again, called the police over that. And so they've been out of my house like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. And you can, it's different cops every time, but they like know the address already, and you can tell they're like annoyed. They're like, nothing's fucking going on here, and yet we keep getting called out here all the time. So I gotta figure out which neighbor it is and do something nice for them. But yeah, it's like 70 degrees outside. It's beautiful. This is, I mean, you really can't ask for more than this here in Texas as far as, riding weather is concerned. I mean, this is perfect. This is paradise. And hopefully tomorrow, Evo Moto and I are going to go and join Fry Riding and his buddy Dave out at Hidden Falls. Do a little single track. Where are you going? Oh, the thing I really wanted to talk about in this vlog is kind of like my future project, and I've been keeping this kind of within the small group of like friends for now. But I think since I made the purchase, I'm ready to kind of announce it to the world, So I have decided that it's been almost 4 years since I sold my E30 track car, and I've had a ton of bikes in the meantime. I've had a blast, supermotos, sports bikes, you name it. But it's been a while because I've been basically just daily driving my pickup truck wherever I need it, and that truck is awesome. I got no complaints on that front. But I've just been jonesing. I've been wanting a project, and I've been wanting, something for me, something that's not just about money. And I mean, I still owe my parents quite a bit, so I gotta pay that off before I can start this in earnest. But anyway, so I went to a junkyard. I called around with the help of some people I knew. Found a really clean Chevy LM7, which is an LS Series 5.3 liter. It's the same engine that's in my pickup truck. You're talking about an iron block with aluminum heads. So my plan is over the probably next 6 to 8 months, y'all are gonna see some videos of me building that sumbitch. And we're gonna probably target something like 400 to the rear wheel, so maybe 440 crank if I can pull that off with a budget of maybe $2,000. So I don't know if that's possible or not, but we'll see. The thing that hasn't been decided that I would love to get some of your input on, guys, is I haven't decided on what I want to put the engine in when I'm done. And I know it's kind of weird to start building an engine before you even know what it's going into, but I'm 100% certain I want it to be an LS small block. I wanted that to be the heart of whatever I end up doing. And we're probably going to get like a Muncie 4-speed or a T5 or T5 TKO or something like that to back it up. So right now we got 3 major competing ideas. The first 2 are kind of similar. So one of my friends was like, you should get an older RX-7 because they got a really strong rear end, and it's a well-handling chassis, and the swap's been done, so it's not that crazy to stick an LS motor in an RX-7, maybe like an FB or an FA. Because the cheapest FC body I could find was like $6,000, and that was literally just the shell. The other thought was get an old Datsun 240 or like a Nissan 280 Z car and basically do the same swap but do it into a Z car, because again, you got a rear end that can handle some horsepower with a few modifications. You got a real solid chassis, a lot of aftermarket support. The other thought I had was maybe going the muscle truck route, doing like a 70s single cab, short bed, 1500 Chevy or GMC, 2-wheel drive, but them sons of bitches is heavy. That's a lot of weight, and I mean, yeah, 400 horse is impressive, but it's a lot less impressive when you got to haul around 6,000 pounds. So I don't know if I want to go that route. And then the final option was, I don't know if you guys watch Roadkill. If you don't, here's a link. Check it out. It is my favorite reality TV show about cars. I mean, it's like Top Gear, but way crazier and way less budget. So anyway, check that out if you have never seen it. But they got a video where they take a C4 Corvette and strip it down to basically the subframes and the aluminum chassis, put a roll cage on it, and then swap in a carb small block, and it makes like 400 horse, and it handles like a crazy go-kart. And yeah, it's got no roof and it's got no body panels, and it's pretty bizarre, but holy crap, that thing would be fun. That would be a balls to the wall, crazy, a lot of fun.